So, I want to tell you this story about this beautiful couple with the cutest little child you ever have seen. They move to this new town and they go to all sorts of different things. They try out different churches, they get into different groups, they volunteer at different places, and they end up quitting every single one of those things. And that story is about me. And I wanted to talk today about how it's okay to quit. We just moved here, I don't know, 4 months ago. And there are so many things to do here. There are so many places to get involved in. And we're in the South, so going to church is a big deal. And honestly, like a lot of times it feels like you're quitting if you're not keeping up with something. For instance, we went to a walking club and the walking club was great and fine and everything, but it met at 6 p.m. on Monday and Thursday, which is fine if you're coming home from work. It's great for that, but for those of us who work earlier and then us getting home at 7 is late for us to get dinner on the table, it was getting difficult. So it had nothing to do with the walking club. It just had to do with, at this situation in our lives, it's just not working. Because what ended up happening is my husband is like rushing home from work. We don't have time to eat dinner. So then we're getting there. And then my son is like crying the whole time. And it's okay to quit. Now, I'm not saying be a flake and tell people you're going to do something and then end up not showing up for it. If you've committed to something, do it and at least give somebody, notice so that they can find someone to replace you. If they refuse to find someone to replace you, then by all means, like, flake and go away. And of course, there's situations where it's like family that, you don't want to flake on people. But we just moved from a small town, and one of the issues we ran into there was that they had so many events going on and they needed a lot of volunteers for each of these events. Small towns, you don't have a lot of people. So when you're willing to volunteer, we got roped into a lot of things and we had trouble saying no to them. And it came to a point where we just so over involved in things that we got burnt out and we just stopped going to things. We didn't even just stop volunteering. We just stopped altogether. We didn't go out. We didn't talk to people. And that's our fault. And it kind of bit us in the butt because then we had no community and people wanted to be our friends, but we were just so afraid that we were going to get roped into stuff. But we should have had the guts to say, no, I can't do, I can't volunteer at this time. I would love to, but my schedule doesn't allow it. So coming into this new town, we're going in with the mindset of we're just trying things out. If you don't try it out, how do you know if you like something? So we're not committing to anything, but we're feeling free to go to every and anything that we can, just kind of meet people and get out there and try new things. Moral of all this is I'm quitting the handstand challenge. Not that, it's not that something that I wouldn't come back to it later, but I realized even a couple days in that I am way more out of shape than I thought I was. And doing the handstands was putting such a strain on my body that I feel like if I continue, I'm just going to end up injuring myself. So I feel like it's okay for me to quit with this idea of it might be something I try later. I am getting better and my body is getting more in shape, and I just did 50 consecutive jumping jacks today, which 2 months ago I wouldn't have even been able to do 10 or 15. So I am making progress, but it's okay to realize that something's just not a fit for you and to politely bow out. So I wanted to hear from you guys. Is there anything that you've felt that you've gladly quit, or even something that you thought you would really, really like, but then come to find out when you tried it, you just really didn't like it, and you felt okay to say, not my thing, thought I would like it, didn't, but more power to anyone who loves it. So I'd love to hear what you guys have to say, and I will see you all next week in my video. Bye, guys.